What's up everyone, it's Scotty with MoneyVest. So in this video, we are going to be talking about your speculative stocks technical analysis, and that is going to be on SOFI, Palantir, and NIO. And the reason why I call them speculative in the first place is because they're not profitable companies. Palantir can now no longer be considered somewhat speculative because it's got one of the best balance sheets out there. And of course, it is now profitable as well. But of course, it's going to be a complete technical update, so it helps you kind of plan out any trades on these stocks that you might be planning. I'm going to highlight very specific support resistance levels, what's the overall trend, what's the overall pattern, go over all the RSI, the MACD technicals of these three stocks. As always, if you enjoyed this video, find it helpful, make sure that you drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're just joining us for the first time. The link to our Discord and Patreon is going to be down below if you're interested in joining. There is a 16% annual discount that's available for a couple more days. I've extended that sale for 2024, and you get access to all the trade ideas, members only private videos, all the buy and sell alerts, options alerts, everything is going to be included with the link down below. So definitely do take advantage of that. I've opened, I think, 4 or 5 more spots for 2024 for January for this specific month. So link's going to be down below. Now, this right here is going to be starting with SOFI, and SOFI definitely did start off the week of 2024 with a very strong red week here, with down over 17%. So this right here was the entire sell-off, as you can see, definitely selling off quite aggressively. And for the longest time, of course, it was consolidating sideways in that range, and that range was between $25 over here and a support of around $13.75. So that right there was the range between which it was trading up until finally breaking down pretty aggressively, selling off all the way down to $4 a share. Then it consolidated sideways over here for some time before finally breaking out further to as much as $10, $11 per share, and now it is acting as a resistance, getting rejected once again. So if you basically go over and zoom in on SOFI's price action, of course, this right here was again the consolidation with a very nice breakout to the upside, and then it started trading in this downtrending channel of, again, lower highs and lower lows. Again, finally breaking out over here and getting rejected at $10 to $11 range. So this right here acting as a very strong area of resistance for SOFI. So what levels to really be watching? Very simple. We've got a huge resistance over here. So that is going to be between $10 and $11. So that is going to be a big resistance level to watch for SOFI. And now it's coming down to a support. So if you take a look at previous resistance levels, so this right here, boom, right here once, twice, this right here now acting as a support, acting as a support, acting as a resistance, and now once again it is now coming down to that support level. So this right here is going to be considered as a support, sitting roughly around $8 per share. So it's coming down to that exact same level. Now, if it does end up, let's say, breaking down below this level of support, the next target is going to be $6.51. So that's going to be this right here, kind of in line with this previous support level. And once again, previous resistance, or resistance acting as a potential new support for SOFI. So those are going to be some levels to keep in mind. The first one, of course, being over here inside this green rectangle at $8 a share. There's possibility that it comes down, kind of consolidates sideways here, and then rallies back up to over $10 to $12 per share. That's going to be a good 30 to 40% rally back up, kind of retesting that resistance. Or it is possible that it kind of trades back down and then breaks down even further and then comes down to $6 or $7 per share, $6.50 to $7, and that's going to be an even better, much stronger support level to watch. So basically, resistance here, support number 1, support number 2, and then a much stronger, the strongest area of demand, support number 3, which I don't see happening for SOFI, but of course it is possible. Anything is possible in the markets, and that's going to stay put all the way down to $4 per share, and that is going to obviously require a pretty significant sell-off for the stock in order to come down to $4. And at that point, of course, it's going to be very, very aggressive buying opportunity, because at those levels it has, rallied over hundreds of percent from those levels. So that is going to be the technical analysis. Of course, the RSI, the MACD also rotating back lower. So those are some levels to watch. Keep in mind, $8 down to $6.50, down to $4.15 for this company. Now, Palantir, on the other hand, has also been consolidating sideways for some time. So you'll notice that it has been in that range at the moment. So resistance is going to stay put right over here at $29.30. And of course, support level is going to stay put right over here at $19.50 to $20 per share, until finally you got that breakdown below and then sold all the way down to $6 per share. So that was a very, very aggressive sell-off. And this right here is the consolidation for Palantir. So lots of consolidation sideways here with, again, a very nice potential breakout to the upside. And since then, Palantir, of course, has been ripping higher. It's rallied a little bit over 200, close to 300% from its lows of $6 a share as it has turned the corner towards profitability. And this right here is the new range within which it's been trading. So lots of consolidation sideways in that range with a resistance sitting at $19.50 to as much as $20 and a very, very strong support sitting roughly at $14 per share, kind of in line with this sort of green rectangle. That's going to be that area of support. So it is very, very common to identify these levels. So this is the range within which Palantir is trading right now. So resistance is going to stay put right here, $19.50 to close to $20, and a very strong support sitting right over here at $14 per share for Palantir. Now, in case it sees a breakdown below this, so this right here, if it sees a breakdown, next support at 864, 865. So that is going to be support level number 2. This is going to be support level number 1, and a much stronger, the most aggressive demand area is going to stay put down to $6 per share. That's going to be support level number 3, at which point, of course, it's going to be an insane buying opportunity for Palantir once again, with a resistance, next resistance beyond $19.50 and $20, sitting at $29 per share. So that is going to be resistance number 2 for Palantir. So this right here are going to be some of the levels to keep in mind. If it comes down to S1, which is support level 1, decent support and, of course, a decent risk-reward ratio for a potential for a swing back up to that resistance of 1950-20, but a much stronger support at 865. And that only happens if you do see a breakdown below S1, which is $14. So those are going to be the levels to keep in mind for Palantir. And of course, RSI MACD also coming down to pretty oversold levels. So $14, in my opinion, can indeed act as a very strong support. And at those prices, it is, in my opinion, going to be a good, decent risk-reward ratio to dollar cost average, or basically buy for a long trade back up. Now, this right here is going to be NIO. And NIO, of course, has been on a very nice, consistent downtrend of lower highs and lower lows. So it's just been a selling off, boom, boom, boom. And resistance is going to stay put at 1332. So this right here, again, a huge area of supply and a resistance, of course, getting rejected and selling right back down, and a support level is going to stay put at $7.30. So this right here, very, very, very strong area of support. It's validated this level multiple times. So this right here, a couple times, it's validated, and of course rallied back up, and resistance at 1945 to as much as 1050 for NIO. So of course this right here was that lower high and lower low, of course, of rally back up, resistance getting rejected at 943 and then rotating back lower. So that has been the pattern overall for NIO. It has, of course, struggled with profitability, struggled with execution. Fundamentals are not that great. Of course, revenues are growing, deliveries are growing, but profitability is still lacking. And that's one of the reasons why the stock has not really moved all that much. And it has mostly, if you take a look, it's on a more broader basis, it's traded in this box, right? And that's between 730 and 1330. So that's about a $6 range within which it's traded. So it's gotten rejected here, sold right back down, pushed up, sold right back down, pushed up, sold right back down. And that has been the range or the box within which it's traded on a more broader perspective. So the most important area of demand and support is going to be $7. If it cracks below that level, unfortunately, there's a possibility that it trades back down to $4. And resistance, of course, is going to stay put at 940 to as much as 1040 for NIO. So that is going to be that level. Again, we've gone rejected multiple times. So that is going to be a huge area of supply for NIO. And of course, support level is going to stay put at 730 for this stock. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. For NIO, that's going to be S1. That's the support, very, very important level. Resistance 1 is going to be at 940. Resistance 2 is going to be at 1040. So those right there are going to be 3 resistance levels. And then, of course, all the way up to 1330. So those right there are going to be 3 levels to watch as resistance. And support level is going to stay put at 730 for NIO as well. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video, found it helpful. If you did, make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And from a technical analysis standpoint, from a trading perspective, the risk reward is going to be best for NIO at 730 with a stop loss, of course, below $7. For Palantir, it's going to be pretty solid at $14 with a stop loss below $14. And for SOFI, the actual risk reward is going to be best around $7.90, $7.50 with a stop loss below $7, and then a recycle of that trade at $6.50. Once again, all the way down to as low as $4.15 if the stock ever gets down there. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Links to our Discord and Patreon is going to be down below if you're interested in joining, and of course, getting access to all the members-only private videos and all the other benefits that we have to offer and are going to be included. And as always, happy investing. I'll see you all in the next video.